Hi, it's KaguraFireCosplay here for part 4 of my April reading log, in which we are talking about Gail, Carson, and Levine's writing magic reading stories that fly, which I have already talked about my thoughts and all the reading stuff in the last video, so I'm just finishing up the prompts now. So prompt 11 is pick a prompt, and I chose Janelle wants to tell a secret to her best friend Shannon. Shannon does not believe her. Can I tell you about something, Shannon? I know I don't do this thing often, but I really would feel like I need to talk to someone. Sure, you can tell me anything, Janelle. You know that. I flinched at her words. You know when I missed school last week? That was due to a panic attack I had before school. I sighed. About school, I'm just really struggling today. A panic attack? About what? Just about everything. It's too much. I just broke down. You're always so sociable. I don't believe that there's anything that could give you a panic attack. But there is, and it's really hard. Are you sure this isn't just about some boy? Absolutely not. You know what? I can't handle this. I'm calling my parents to pick me up. See you tomorrow, Shannon. Maybe that is. That's depressing. But okay, the next one is take one of your stories if it's not finished, and then just revise it, in which I have a story in which eventually you'll see. And then journal prompt 13 is imagine a universe, think about how it can differ from your own. And just describing my world building in my novel. Then prompt 14 is it's an early evening. A lion has to escape from the circus. Include characters: the lion tamer, the police chief, and 12-year-old boy or girl who's home alone, and the lion. And I wrote, the lion was quite pleased with himself as he found a way to get out from his captive cave. The lion tamer had whatever. They had formed quite a bond over the years. He would hate to see anything bad happen to the poor animal. While the lion tamer was too emotionally distressed to look for him, the local police officer wasted no time. He quickly started his search. If only the lion knew what he meant to others. The small girl watching clouds over her dreamed of when she could see the lion again from the surface. And prompt 2, what was prompt 2? There are 2 versions of the story about a kidnapping. The victim can be a child or adult. The kidnapper can be anyone. Both versions of the story should be told from first person. And remember, the first person can have lots of feelings, and then you have to flip it. I was harshly thrown into the back of the white van. I really did try to run away, but he tackled me. I don't know where I'm going. Most likely human trafficking. I didn't get a good look of the guy's face, but I don't believe I've seen him before. The rope around my wrists were slowly cutting off my circulation. I just wished for this nightmare to be over. And then part 3 of the kidnapper's point of view. I've been tracking her for a few weeks, and finally she was mine. She would give me a pretty penny for sure. Her screams were bothering me, so loud, so desperate. Well, that part I liked. Her fate purely depended on my will. It's so funny. I spent it on the highway for get into the building until I reached our temporary holding facility. Yeah, this was a good day. Okay. And then prompt 15. Describe your chosen topics in the following ways, in which I chose, I believe, a sunset painting. Let me elaborate more. Make your word sentences as long as you can. Use a lot of exclamation points. Write your descriptions as though you were explaining your description. And that's your type of the sentence. The sunset, just like a painting, is truly the most gorgeous, stunning piece I have ever produced in all my years. The sunset I was painting is stunning, and the sunset is gorgeous. I wonder how beautiful the sunset and the painting would be in real life. Sunsets are the essence of when the sun comes down to fill the sky with color. I'm trying to capture that feeling. Sunset mean today. So it's just different ways of saying the same thing, essentially. Then chapter 16. Pick one of the story endings. Maybe they meet again, maybe they wouldn't. It didn't matter anymore. She waved goodbye. Get a little bit of tea. Morning was hard, but none is harder than leaving your childhood home with your childhood best friend. Despite all of the promises they made to keep in touch, the adults in their lives had more realism that the likelihood of friends drifting apart. Maybe they'd meet again someday, maybe they wouldn't. It didn't matter anymore. They waved goodbye for what seemed like the first time. In chapter 17, prompt. Melanie's on her way to graduation. Her parents are with her. They're a happy family. She's graduating with honors. There's 12 possible disasters that could set off her story. And I put graduation is canceled. There's something she forgets. There's a class she forgets to take. Campus canceled. Boyfriend breaks up with her. Parents die. Grandparents die. Framed with a crime. Friends make up a rumor. The secret gets out. Discovers a disease she knows. Parents go through divorce. College rolling her. Whoa, that's depressing. Anyways, prom 19. 18. Is rewriting a story and going through, which I do with my own work. 19 is inventing a random word, in which I really couldn't do. I'm not that creative. That's not how my brain works. In chapter 20, or prompt 20. You're going to use showing to write about yourself doing something ordinary. I threw on my Donald Duck sunglasses as I grabbed my bags to start my walk. The sun was intense, but the air was just a pleasant temperature. My gray sneakers took the steps out the door as I exhaled. I started to regret my decision of pants today with the temperature. In prompt 21, let's pick a dialogue exercise, when's mom coming back? I don't know. I told my sister as we sat on the street with her. I'm tired. I want to go home. I know. We will soon. I fiddled with my wallet quickly, counting for how much change I had. Not all that much. Maybe enough money for a payphone and some drinks. Come on, let's go get a soda at the restaurant. We walked in and ordered. I get to the bath. Okay, give me a second. I just gotta go to the bathroom and stay here. I went over to the counter to talk to the cashier. Are there any payphones here? We don't have any. Is there something you need help with? We were left here. That's my little sister. I feel myself breaking into tears. I don't know what to do. I'll help you. You can use my phone. We'll get you to somewhere safe, I promise. The kind lady told me. Thank you, I managed to get out. Okay, I don't know why I wrote so confusing me. So I guess 22 doesn't. Oh, okay. 23. It's just adding on to one of the previous dialogue exercises. I put taking place at school, both terms in the same class. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anything about that. Chapter 24 prompt. Your main character is a spy, but has never been a real spy. Respect once or twice. You're supposed to know. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Okay. I quickly tapped into their network, searching to find the files on my target. And doing this mission, we'll be able to potentially save the lives of his victims. I found the files and started to download the process to my hard drive. As someone else came into the room, I quickly hit them on the spot to stun them. Luckily, the files had finished downloading. Now it's on time to make my great escape. Okay, 25. Apparently, I didn't do. Oh no, yes, maybe. Yeah, I did. Okay, I just wrote it wrong. It's fine. That's right. Did I? Oh yeah, I did. A meal of medieval night, having a meal with you in a present-day restaurant. So, how do we know what food to get? The knight asked. We use the menu that they'll bring to us. Why not have it on the walls for everyone to see? Far more efficient if you ask me. Perhaps. But this is how it's done now. Well, it's foolish. Makes everyone seem illiterate. That's coming from someone who doesn't even know the words you used. What's with the tight clothes? Why would you even want to look like this? It's a suit that makes you look professional. How about we just eat at it? How about we just eat at campfire instead? I cook an excellent squirrel. I glared at him. Nope, definitely from the table. This is going to be a long dinner. Okay, chapter 6 prompt. Think of names for each of these characters. A countess who collects ancient buttons. I put Thumbelina. A boy who stirs when he's lying. I put Richard. A sprite who lives in a marsh and plays with a fiddle. I put Edith. A peasant in France during the 19th century who's artistic. I put Louis. A dog that loves children and runs away from home whenever he can. I put Meatball. A yellow parrot that speaks 7 languages. I put Constance. A small wire tap dancer in 1940s. I put Catherine. A 18-year-old loner who writes poetry and repairs motorcycles. I put Raymond, and then an underweight dragon with a weak flame. I put Victoria. And Prompt 27. Write a story about the prince and the Beauty and the Beast was turned into a beast with a different explanation as to why. Suki, what are you doing? Forgive me. Actually, don't forgive me. Forgive the cat. I didn't mean to cause you any problems, miss. I just need to eat. So stealing was the answer? No? Yes. I don't know. I haven't eaten in so long, though. Surely you understand. I feel tears coming down from my eyes. Do you want to be able to eat everything, kid? Do you wish to have a place to call home? I silently nodded. She got this wide grin. One that terrified me. This'll be interesting, she laughed as she spoke words in some language I've never heard before. My body started to feel peculiar, almost as if my skin were stretching again. Almost as if my skin were stretching. I glanced down to see that was happening, truly occurring. I was turning into some animal as everything changed so painfully. I'm sure I let out a scream. I felt the heat coming from the thick scales flooding on my skin. It all seemed to stop at once. I glanced down to see a monster, a beast. There was a castle where such a beast like yourself couldn't exist. The children already believe it to be true. You can eat anything now with your very own teeth. I traveled the new teeth with my tongue sharp. Please turn me back. I'll do anything, I begged. Not unless I take your life to return my goose. I'll tell you what though, if someone could love a beast like you, then you'll be free. I'd pay any girl who would fall in love with you though. Good luck, boy. With that, she was gone, and now I had lost everything as I gazed at the distant castle. And then 28 is write a letter to yourself 15 years in the future, which I'll admit is a little bit half-assed on my part, but I don't have much to report on to you that this book desires that I do. I just started YouTube videos, that's something. Recently I finished my first draft on the prologue for my book. Fairly happy about that. Back in November I got Judge's pick for my Evelyn and Kitty out from League of Legends cosplay. I can't lie though, recently I've been struggling. I'm just so done with everything. I'm so grateful that it's almost over. I don't know what's next though. There's other stuff clearly, but I don't know. And it will all be so different. Help your days to you all keep going strong. Yeah, I just wasn't in the right mindset with writing that, clearly. 29. Is Alice is trying out for the soccer team. It's finally the day for the soccer tryouts. I slept plenty the night before, got balanced breakfast in the morning, and finally hydrated. I was ready. As I stepped out onto the field, adrenaline rushed over me as I gave the best performance of my life. And then I had to do the opposite side. I've been stressing over the tryouts for weeks. I hadn't slept the night before and my stomach was too many knots to eat. As I stood on the field, dread filled me. I started to hurt my bellies while I was seeing black. I had passed out and I have missed the rest of the tryouts for this year. In prompt 30, father was attacked on the street 2 weeks ago. He was shot and in the hospital. Doctors aren't sure he lived, mixed with a bank robbery. This couldn't be happening. It can't be. I quickly tried to get a sense of my surroundings and spotted a table with a clock that went to the floor. I quickly dodged underneath it while they were distracted with the clerk. Everything happened so quickly. I came to the bank for some cash for my father's medical bills. With the rising crime here in last week, he fell victim to that. He was shot. He was at the hospital right now. The verdict is unsure. But I knew he doesn't have the money for it regardless. I have to help him somehow. Shortly after I received the money from my clerk, a robber came to steal from the bank. I was still too far away from the door to run, which would have been a much better scenario. I clutched the money in my coat pocket. He can't have it. I need it. My father needs it. I tried to slow my breathing and heart rate to make my appearance less noticeable. I couldn't see anything, but I could hear it. It sounded like the clerk had given him the money. I'm sure she sounded the alarm. And any minute the cops would come. I kept my focus, trying to calm my heart. My father's eyes flooded in my mind, reminding me of my will to live. Stand down and put your hands over your head. You have the right. I stopped listening after that. This means that nightmare was over. I feel myself starting to tear up. See you soon, Dad. And then I had to write the opposite of Robert's point of view. I'm desperate. I never thought that I would have to be in this position. I couldn't feed my children anymore. My wife recently died from cancer. I spent all the money trying to save her. It didn't work. I have no family. I grew up in a foster care, and her family cut her off when she married me. I didn't want my kids to see the horrors of the foster system. I had no intentions of hurting anyone and just getting what I needed and leave. I saw a girl. Hi. Good. Stay there. Not long though, I heard the cops. I knew the game was over. That my family was destroyed. And back to where I had started as a kid. And that was all the prompts. So, yeah, that's a lot. I'm sorry that I'm not good at reading aloud, but hopefully some of that was interesting to you. It's definitely not a good representation of my writing, but I know they were fun to do. But until then, bye, and I'll see you in May for my May reading logs. Until then, bye.